Alright, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Still be acting crazy sometimes. Make sure the audio on here. I don't know what happened. Alright, cool. We good to go. Make these beats. What's up, Brandon Ortiz? Yeah, man. It's been a while. How you doing? How you been? Hey, man. Thank you for your service. You about to get out. What you gonna do when you get out? That sound good, man. What you gonna take up? Like, what's gonna be your major? crazy. I made this beat out of those 2 loops. I'm about to edit the loops though. What's up? What's up? Should you buy a machine or MPC? I never used the MPC, so of course I'm gonna say machine, but I've never used the MPC before. Thank you, Nicole Black. I appreciate that. Trying to get better as a producer, working with Machine Studio. Just gotta keep on working. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in. I appreciate it. My advice to anybody that's starting to make beats is have fun. Don't worry about the, sales and all that stuff, especially if you just now starting out, because it's going to be a long journey before you sell beats and then consistently. Well, it depends. If you have people around you that buy your stuff, then that's a different story. Just have fun. Don't be afraid to try stuff. Don't be afraid to mess anything up. Save a lot, so that way if you mess something up, you can go back to what you did before. And I'll say just, like somebody just said, watch, like Nicole Black said, I don't want to say somebody because we're in live streams, like Nicole Black said, watch YouTube videos. That's how I learned. That's how I learned that veil. And then when I got to machine, it was really just trial and error, just trying things, really learning what things did. I appreciate that. Gray Keys. Made this on accident though. I just found the loops and I like it. great producer uses MPC. I have to disagree with you on that one. I know some of the top producers now definitely aren't using MPC. They using FL. I think it's all about what works better for you. And I think at that time, with the older guys, that's what they were using because that's probably one of the only options they had at the time. Appreciate that, Supreme Sounds. Wait till you get a part 2 of my story. That's gonna be crazy when I do that video. Let me go ahead and start arranging this. That's crazy. This beat is a loop, some drums. Yeah, that's true. Have it good, you machine. I would say go to Guitar Center or find somebody that has MPC and try one out. I don't even know if Guitar Center has them set up, but I don't know. Watch a lot of videos on it. You just gotta figure out which one you think works better for you. I get what you're saying. Now, you can definitely make a living as a producer. You have to find your own way. Like I think now it's more so about your brand and stuff. Like say I'm wearing my own shirt and stuff, and you know, doing different things to set you apart from everybody else, so that way people will come to you. Yeah, I know I'm always making stuff on accident because I don't be having stuff planned when I make beats. I just be making beats. Like I don't be having stuff planned. Let me go ahead and arrange this real quick and I'll answer the rest of the comments in 1 second. Just want to get this out real quick while I remember what I did. Hear how it sounds. I don't know, drum patterns to me are simple. Like all it is a hi-hat and snare. It's all about the feel to me. I mean, I have an effect on my hi-hat that give it that lower octave, but I didn't do anything and it just switches up. It's all about the energy, and if you include the 808 in it, it's like I'll start doing a beat. I'll start with the drums after I export this. I don't even know what to name this. Call it mistakes. Let me export it real quick. Let me see. 133 BPM. Export it, waiting for it to let me start. Alright, there we go. Didn't push the button all the way. Yeah, internet money is definitely eating. I'll be watching that Instagram and stuff. Yeah, they killing it right now. I'm not the type. piano roll for the play. I know chords and scales. FL, you don't have to click. All you need is a MIDI keyboard. If you get a MIDI keyboard, this is a MIDI keyboard, so you can do it like that. You know, like it's just you buy a MIDI keyboard, you can play it out. You don't have to click it in. This has a piano roll in it, but I don't use it. Beethoven still using PC other than most producers are leaving PC and going to Ableton Machine Studio. Yeah, that's what I see. I see a lot of people using Ableton. I still don't see that many people using Machine though. I'm starting to see people use it, but not to the extent as I still see everything else. But yeah, I don't mind that though, because I want to make sure that I'm one of the elite Machine people. But nah, it's all good. It's good to see people doing what's best for them. Playing and clicking notes in is not different at all. Either way, you need to be creative. That's true. Like even with clicking the notes, I could do that in here. I got my drums selected, but I put the notes on here. People be like, "How come I have this piano, but I do my notes on here?" But sometimes I might do my drums on the keyboard. Like I sit here and do this. Like somebody be like, "Why are you doing that?" See that extra noise in the back throwing me off, so let me turn that off while I'm doing that. Oh man, my stuff popped up. I thought my computer was about to shut down. I messed up. But see what I'm saying? It's all about what you like. Really, I just made that drum pattern, not even really thinking about it. I must find me a sound to put on here. And just get started with it. I know I said get started, but I switched to Machine. I switched to Machine because I was with FL. I had used Reason, and then I think I had saw somebody using Machine, and I was thinking about it, and I posted a picture like, you know, this looked interesting. It'll be something different than somebody told me. A guy named Megaton, he's from the Bahamas. He was telling me like, yeah, you need to get with Machine. I promise you it's gonna be dope. So I just took his word for it. I took the money that I had, and I went and bought a Machine. And at first I didn't like it because I didn't know how to use it. And after probably about spending 2 or 3 weeks on it, I fell in love with it, and I never looked back since. Like now, I would try to use FL, and I don't like it. It's like it takes too long. Like I made this beat just messing around. Like that's how I work. I like to just mess around. I don't like to be sitting here like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like if I'm working with an artist, let's say, and they're like, yo, I want something dark, I will just play around in a dark space. You know, just messing around with dark stuff. But when it comes to just making music, it's like I just find stuff and make it work how I want it to work. You know. And if it go together, go together. If it don't, I take it out. You know, that's just how I do it. And Machine makes that easier for me. Like even down to the way I have my own kits saved. Like in FL, you know, they got the drag and drop stuff. They might have changed it by now, but it's like you got to go through the sounds, pick which ones you like. Like I don't really like doing that. I only like doing that when it's something new, or if I really specifically want to find different sounds or something. If I have an idea in my head that fits, like maybe a certain type of snare, I need to go through all my snares and see which ones I like. But in other cases where I just want to knock some stuff out, I have my stuff already set up, and I just like the Machine workflow. You said I could leave a banger. I mean, I can make a banger and leave the metronome in it, and it still bangs. Hey man, that means it's good. Do a sound, do that first sound you had. I don't even remember what the first sound was, man. I be going through stuff just like that. Like I just be going through. Like I don't sit and be like next. I will hit one, scroll, hit the random one, scroll, hit the next one, scroll till I find something I like. What's up, bro? For a night later, I got hits, and I don't play PUBG. I don't play PUBG because it's too much like other games to me. Like I don't be having fun with it like I do with Fortnite. I haven't even played Fortnite in a long time. I started playing Fortnite for money, and then I stopped playing Fortnite because I don't know. I just realized that I was just wasting my time, really. Like I watched all of Luke Cage. Well, I started it the day before yesterday and finished it yesterday. So I watched the whole 13 episodes in 2 days. But during those 2 days, I was sending out emails. I was working on other things like designing these shirts that I'm gonna put back out, like getting all that stuff ready. I was cleaning up, you know, just I was being productive. But when I'm sitting there playing a game, I'm not doing anything but playing a game, and that bugs me like that. If I'm not being productive, that really gets to me inside here. Like if I didn't work on other things outside of beat making yesterday while I was watching Luke Cage, I'd have been mad that I sat there and watched Luke Cage. But I did things where I could say, okay, I did this today, I did this today, I did this today, I did this today. At the end of the day, as long as I'm doing things that are productive, I'll do it. But I just got mad at the Fortnite stuff, man. I'll be getting mad at myself. But I'm gonna get back on though, because they got a new mode and some other things. But it's just I'll be limited the time I'm on there. And then the thing with PUBG and Fortnite, when I stay off of Fortnite for a while, I begin to feel like I'm trash at it. Versus, because at one point I was going crazy. I was getting multiple wins every day that I played and everything. But once I stopped playing and jumped back in, it's like, okay, something ain't right. And then once I started getting good again, I stopped playing it, and it's like it's just a cycle. And I don't have the time to be sitting on it like that. What's up, DJ Av? I appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate it. But what I recommend getting the studio or the MK3, I would say get the MK3. I had a studio. The studio is in my closet right now in this box, and it's lonely. The reason why I say that is because I don't have to plug in the MK3 to anything except for the USB. It has an interface in it if I'm out and about, and then on top of that, it's just like I throw this in my book bag and I take it everywhere. Like this goes with me everywhere. When I travel, I take it with me. The studio, it's too much work to try and do that. Couldn't fit. I had to buy a case for it. Maybe Fortnite is getting old for me. No, it's not even that. It's not old. It's just I don't like playing. I don't like wasting my time. Like I'd be like, I gotta be doing something that's productive, and I really will look at myself because I'm the type, like if I'm enjoying the game, I'll be sitting there for like 4 hours. Like tonight, I probably will get on the game, but I'll probably be on it for some hours. But I did all this work early in the morning, so now I can play games and stuff later, whatever. But if I do other things and I hadn't did no work and I'm sitting there playing the game, I started getting mad at myself. Like I was gonna make a video destroying my Xbox. I promise you not. I was gonna set up my camera outside. I was gonna destroy my Xbox and just get rid of it, so that way there's no more distractions. Because I used to keep it only for Netflix. Like there was a point in time I never played games. I just used it for Netflix and stuff. But now that I have, you know, there's smart TVs, Apple TVs, and all that stuff, I'm like, man, forget all that. I can destroy the Xbox. But I just keep it just in case I, you know, wanna play a game every now and then. But Fortnite is fun though. Let me see. I would if you can get the workflow going. DDS on your grind, brother. Yeah, I have to keep on grinding, man. I feel you. I play too much for honor. Yeah, them games be taking up so much time. Like I'm even like that with movies now. Like I love movies, but I got Movie Pass, so I don't be paying them but $10 a month to see movies. But sometimes I'm like, do I really want to sit here and spend 2 hours watching that? So yeah, it's just one of them things. About to finish this real quick and then probably make another one. I'm gonna keep it. And I appreciate the Ayo Bree. I appreciate that, man. I just be messing around with stuff. People mess the name up. Nah, you don't need a $200. I can show you the backpack. Actually, I can't. It's not right there. I thought it was right there on the floor. I was about to grab it, but it's over there. I have a regular backpack that costs like $30. Like regular backpack from Target. It'll fit in any backpack you have. Just drop it in. Make sure it has some type of protection though. You don't want it, because if you drop your bag or something, you don't want this to get damaged. This will fit in, you know, in, like I said, any backpack. Yeah, like you kind of mastered that ambient mix with the Detroit sound, kind of like Too Grizzly, Fresh Out beat. Fresh Out. What song was Fresh Out? I don't know, I check it out, but I don't even feel like I make Detroit beats. I have some beats that are Detroit beats that I could play after this, so I could try and make some. I haven't made a Detroit beat in a long time. Maybe I'll do that after this. Man, yeah, them expensive backpacks will get you in trouble. I wanted to get a Gucci book bag, and then when I looked at the price, I was like $2,000. I was like, man, they out their mind. I'll go I could show y'all. Actually, give me a second. Let me see if I can get it real quick without knocking my camera over. This book bag right here. People be thinking this is an expensive book bag. I got this from, where I get it from? Target. It was like $30. People be like, where you get that from? That's cold. That's cold. I need to go get me one. I'm like, this ain't $30, man. And it fits in here. The MK3 fits in this little backpack. So, yeah, you don't need nothing crazy for it. Something up there somewhere. Let me see. Go back over here. Studios that I go to is possibly getting sold, man. I hope they don't tear that, not tear it down, but I hope nobody buys it and like converts it to something else. I was just thinking about that. I don't know why that just hit my head. It was just random. But yeah, I'm gonna call this beat Don't Do It because I don't want them to sell it, but they already posted it. Call it Air. I actually like that name for this, so I will call it Air. But yeah, man, I need to get my own studio. I'm gonna do a video on why I need to get my own studio. I go to different studios, and yeah, I'm gonna do a video on why I need my own studio. So next time I get, or when I save up enough money, I will definitely get my own spot. And then I want to do like machine camps and all that stuff up there. So yeah. Anyway, let me look at these comments while I do that. I should buy the studio, man. They want $1.5 million. If I had $1.5 million, if I had $1.5 million, I wouldn't even buy the studio though. I would just buy my own, build it from the ground up. Let me see. I bought the micro like 3 years ago. Never could get used to using it. That's what I made Try Me on. I used the micro. I used that for the majority of the songs that I had out with her. Was the micro. You can lease it. You talking about lease the building? Or you talking about like lease it to? Nah, I ain't leasing it. If I'm gonna do something like that, an investment like that, I would want my own space. I wouldn't want nobody over me telling me I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do that. If I'm building something that I want to be mine or turn into a business or something like that, I want to own it. Like, so that way everything I do is for me. But before I do that, I think I would buy a franchise or something to make some money. Are you recording your voice using the mic right now or just the audio from the camera? It's the microphone on top of the camera. It's a Rode microphone on top of the camera. And from there, the audio is going into my capture device. And from there, it's going into my computer. And from there, it's going to you. But let me me see. That's because I was going to get one of those DJ backpacks to carry stuff, but I'm glad I asked. Yeah, I mean, I have a nice size backpack. I don't carry that Batman one around all the time, but the one that I have is a nice size. It was $50 at Target, so it's a nice size. So I don't have nothing special. It's just a backpack. So you don't need nothing special. I was actually going to start with the micro just to get used to it and then upgrade as I get better at producing. I'll say start with the MK3. Save up the extra maybe $200 or $300. I forgot what the difference is, and just go with the MK3. It'll be a better starting point in my opinion. Yeah, you're right. It isn't Detroit sounding, but sometimes the percussion uses very much that Detroit sounding. Yes, or sound is. I get what you're saying, but I am influenced by Detroit music because I listen to Detroit music, and I'm from Detroit, so it's like that's my thing, you know. Like I'm influenced by. That's what I meant to say. Let me see. You can lease it. Okay, I already answered those. But yeah, I want to get my own studio though in the future. And I don't even know if it'll be a whole bunch of rooms, or it might just be something I use for my personal self. And maybe have 2 rooms, so that way somebody else can come up there and work in the other room or something. So a Detroit style beat. I don't even know how to make a Detroit style beat no more. Like, I forgot the name of them. I messed up on that. Put that back. Turn this up. This ain't no Detroit beat though. Like I gotta find one real. Let me find one real quick. I don't even remember what I called it though. That's the whole thing. Like it was a point in time where I was making Detroit beats just to try and sell beats. Like I gotta think about. I don't even know. Like here's one right here. This is like 5 years old though. That's the crazy part. I couldn't even remake that beat again if I tried. I had another one. This one might be the other one. Funny thing is though, people would use these beats over the other beats I make though. This is trash, like. That's trash, but people use those beats though, so I don't. They've used those beats, but I probably sent those people Try Me, like a snippet of Try Me to get them to buy it or use it, and they wouldn't use it, but they'll eat something like that real quick. So I don't know. Some good ass trash. Yeah, it is trash. I don't like I said. I couldn't even try to make that right now though. Like, let me delete this real quick. I don't know. I'm about to try it, but I don't even know how to start. First off, it sounded like I was like. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Like, I just can't do it no more for some reason. It's the stuff you don't like that goes. I mean, I don't know. Like, I liked Try Me when I made that beat, though. That's the crazy part. When I made Try Me, I liked that beat. The majority of the beats I make, though, I mean, I like some of them. Some of them I don't like. But when I made that one, I liked that one. For sure, for sure. Man, you think that's fire? I appreciate it, man. I'm really specifically trying to make a Detroit beat, but I don't know if it's gonna sound Detroit though. That's the crazy part. Doughboys Cash Out. That's what I listen to. Believe it or not, I listen to Doughboys Cash Out more than listen to anything. Like, Payroll is my favorite rapper. I listen to Payroll all the time. Appreciate that, Av. I listen to Payroll all the time. I got tracks with him, and I wish I could play him, but he don't be want me to play him for anybody. That's my favorite rapper. find it though. I gotta find it. I don't even remember what it was called. Like that's the thing. I don't even remember what that thing was called. But it's like the Detroit sound. It ain't the right. It ain't the right bass. But it's in here somewhere. I favorited it. I don't remember what it was called though. There it is. I don't even remember. I had to put it in the right key. Sound like a Detroit beat to you, Meek? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a Detroit beat, but I don't know if it sounds like a Detroit beat. Let me know. Cause I know you from Detroit. We both from Detroit. So you can tell me if it sounds like a Detroit beat. I'm really sitting here trying to make a Detroit beat. cinematic. I don't even know what to classify this as, but yeah, I feel like it meets where it needs to be. I might add something else to it real quick, but I don't need to add too much to it because if I add too much to it, it's just gonna be doing too much. Drop Cold Blooded. Man, I'm glad you like it. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that though. I should start making some more Detroit beats like this. So I took this tag and I said, I wonder if I should put this on there.
I probably.
No, that's the wrong part of it though. I have to find it. I'm gonna send it to somebody. I think somebody will use that though. Around here, somebody though. I need to. Let me see. What can I do? Move this over here. All right, let me start arranging this. How do I want to do this? The session libraries be having some dope effects and everything in it. It real quick. This is gonna be a fast beat. I probably should add another part to it, but I don't care. I just make it longer. Somebody want it, or they can loop it. However, the beat is fire. I appreciate that. This definitely deserves a placement. Man, I don't know, man. I just see. I don't like this beat, honestly. I mean, it's cool, but I don't like it. But that's just me though. So. But I'm gonna send it to somebody if sorry, I'm stretching and stuff. If, when I get some more ready, maybe I should try and make some more like this. another one though. I'll have to see though. I should make it go back to this actually. Let me see. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Go back to this. And that'll be a bridge for that. So let me go ahead and take that up. Actually, I'll leave that there. I started to add some chants, but people don't really like chants like that no more. So I was like, I'll let it be. I do have a song coming out with somebody though. It has chants in it, but the beat is like 3 years old. So I was doing something completely different back then. What's up, Third Eye Shooter? How you doing today? Alright, let me go ahead and export that. Some Indian chants. I don't know if they would like it. But if I do get it to somebody and they want me to add some stuff to it, I'll keep that in mind. I should just throw it up on YouTube while I'm playing. I should play some more old beats. Like I was supposed to have a track with Rick Ross from way back when. I should play that for y'all. If I can find it, shoot. I think this one was supposed to be with Rick Ross. And there's another one. Did it ever happen? I don't know. Here's the other one that's supposed to be with Rick Ross. The mix on this was terrible, but supposedly they recorded to it. I used some loops on that beat, but supposedly they rapped on it. I never heard it. So that's how they go. Now I'm talking about that's way before Try Me. Like I found somebody that is tied to Rick Ross through somebody else. And you know, that's just how some stuff works. I could do a video on that stuff another time, but yeah. I don't know what happened with that. I was in Chicago. I was all hype and stuff. Like, dude text me like, yo, I'm in the studio with Ross right now. They going over your beat. They took what you named the beat and made it the hook and all that stuff. He sent me a picture while he was there and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm about to have this thing. And I was just like, ain't never get it, man. But it's all good, though. I ain't tripping. That's just all a part of it. And since that was in 2014, I seriously doubt that that's going to come out now. So, a classic hip-hop beat. I never really listened to boom bap, though, like that, for me to make a boom bap beat, I feel like. Because it's just not, I tried before, but it just wasn't my thing. Let me see, I picked the Machine, MK2 almost 2 weeks ago at the FL Studio when there was only FL 3.5 and like most. I hated it and I was pissed. I wasted the money because I had no idea where to begin. Now I'm feeling that. No, now I'm feeling it gets doper every day. 1,000-page manual though. You talking about the MK3 has 1,000-page manual, or you talking about FL Studio? That the Dej Loaf thing. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but I don't know. I try to. The thing that I learned from all of that, and this is what I tell people, like when I talk to them for like if they want advice or anything, I be like, you need to find a way to do stuff yourself, because if I mean, at one point I was waiting around for that to happen, but the thing is, it's out of my control. So I don't know what's going on with it and all that, but I hope it does well. But yeah, I just trying, like, now my focus now is trying to just build my own brand. I will release my stuff through my website and also work on getting sync licensing or placements. It's crazy. Like today, I was sitting up here talking about stuff that I listen to. Not listen to, what am I talking about? I was talking about stuff like going on, like to somebody else, like stuff that's going on in my personal life. And sometimes I get discouraged about certain things. And my watch, somehow, my Apple Watch somehow changed to this thing. Like, I want to take a picture of this because it switched to this. Like, I don't know why it switched to this folder or how it switched to this folder, but I was just having a rough day at the beginning of the day. Like, I had to do some stuff early, and my watch switched to this setting, I guess. So every time I look at my watch, it's a different picture. And it went to a screenshot of a text message that somebody sent me that was basically telling me like how my purpose was bigger than chasing the placements or all that. And just, it was a long, like, it's a long text message. I screenshot multiple ones, but it stood out. Like, now it's switching to other moments that have happened. Like, it switched to a picture of me and Zaytoven from when I met Zaytoven and a few other things. And I'm just like, dude, like, I didn't set it like that. Just did it on its own, and that just gave me like my encouragement just to keep on going. Like, I mean, I was gonna keep on going anyway, but I'm saying it just gave me my extra boost. Like, I believe everything happened for a reason. So it's like I be getting frustrated with certain things sometimes, but I just keep on moving and find myself. Hopefully that all made sense. I low key feel like I was rambling. No, I listen to the '90s music, like, but I don't like Life After Death is my favorite album of all time. If I listen to that album, I'm trying to think of what's necessarily boom bap on there, and I don't think anything is boom bap. What I would call boom bap, maybe What's Beef, but that's not, I wouldn't even consider that boom bap. I don't know. I have to see what all I got, cause I know I got like the what's the name, Havoc's Kit and all that. But when you talk about stuff beyond the '90s, like, I don't know. Like, I used to listen to pop music as a kid until I think Eminem was my parents used to play hip hop around, but my true introduction to hip hop, where I fell in love with hip hop, was "The Way I Am" by Eminem, and the story behind all that is crazy. I mean, I could elaborate if y'all want me to, but I don't want to just be up here talking just to talk. But um, yeah, like I said, the story behind that is crazy. But that was probably the first time that I actually myself fell in love with hip hop, and from there I went back and listened to Tupac, Biggie. Even though I had heard their stuff before, you got to think I was born in '92, so you think about when I was 7. I don't know when that Marshall Mathers LP came out, but somewhere around there. And I went and bought that CD, and I went and started doing my research on stuff, and that just led me down a rabbit hole of stuff from your Bone Thugs and Harmonies to, like I said, Tupac, Biggie, all that stuff. And I remember hearing that stuff around the house and everything, but as a kid, it's just the background. You remember it, but you never thought to study it. And now I look back and I be like, man, I used to listen to a whole bunch of stuff. Let me see. I didn't know the MK3 had a 1,000-page manual. Biggie kicking the door. I guess that could be. Let me see. Respect Biggie's first LP, Boom Bap. I didn't know this. I mean, I have Ready to Die, but that's the thing. Like Boom Bap to me is something different. You know, it's just I don't know. It's just something different. I can't even explain my thoughts on it. It's just something different to me. But I have Ready to Die. Biggie was my favorite. Well, I'm not saying was. Biggie is my favorite rapper. That name sounds familiar, but I can't really remember right now if I know off the top of my head. No, I mix using Logic. You heard Tupac, it was all over. I got a picture of Tupac right there. See, that's the thing. It's like Biggie's my favorite rapper, but I don't put him or Tupac above one another like some people try to do. I feel like they are both in the same spot to me. Like Life After Death is my favorite album. Period. What's up? What's up? Alright, I'll screenshot it so I remember to check them out. I don't even know what I'm gonna make right now. I'm just sitting here. Tupac, best rapper of all time, period. This is Vocalize. Yeah, I have some tracks with Straight the Truth, Plies. Who else? Lil Wayne got on 2 of my beats. There were some. Jeezy was on the Try Me remix. T.I. was on the Try Me remix. So yes. But did I meet these people? No, I got to, like when I say work on, like I got to actually work on Lil Wayne's vocals on one of the tracks that he did with Dej Loaf. I remember it was over Christmas. I was sitting here just going through the stuff. That sounds trash. Let me see what I can do with this. Okay, so that's why it sounds like that. That's why it sounds trash. Have you ever made a beat you thought was weak and it took off? I wouldn't say it took off. I made beats that I didn't care for, but people liked them and used them and all that stuff. So that's why I only delete stuff if I don't. What am I trying to say? I only delete it if I don't finish it. If I finish it, like I could make a beat with this right now and then be like, okay, it's done just because, and then somebody might like it, but if I don't, like if I just delete it like right now, then I don't, it's just done. Have you, let me see, how long have you been making beats in your life? I've been making beats for 10 years now. And every year I feel like I'm getting better. I listened to my beats from last year. Like last year I really didn't get a lot of placements or anything. I had a few tracks come out last year. Was that last year? I want to say I had a few things come out last year, but it sounds like I am like I listen to myself from last year and be like I'm way better than I was last year, and I feel like that's because of the stuff I went through to push me to do things differently. I could hear you and say told me collab for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to collab with him. Like whenever I go to Atlanta, I have his phone number and stuff. So I'm not the type of person that call people and stuff just because. Like if I'm gonna call you, especially if we don't talk on a regular basis, I just will hit you up and be like, "Hey, I'm here. Would you like to connect or something like that?" But I ain't about to be, "Oh, what you doing? What you doing?" Like that's just not me. I'm not that person. But yeah, definitely when I get out there, I definitely look to you know hit him up just to see what happens. I still get paid from trying me. I got a check last month, not last month. I'm gonna talk about last week. Have I ever thought about rapping over my beats? Yeah, I've rapped over my beats before. I just never put the stuff out like. That's what this mic is for. This was for me rapping. Like honestly, I rap over my beats. I just never put the songs out. No, I don't find. I find the root note of my 808, but outside of that, I don't find the root of my kick and stuff. That's just me though. That's messing it up. Why you thought the song was bad? What song you talking about? I'm lost now. Are you talking about the beat that I was talking about? I don't remember. But there are times where I think the beats that I made are bad and people use them. Oh, you talking about my songs? Yeah. I don't like my voice like that. Yeah, I have done it though. It's just I don't like the stuff enough to really put it out or send it to anybody. Like I probably have 6 or 7 songs that I actually recorded, and I just never put them out. For me, the hi hat is like the feeling, like the hi hat and the snare clap, whatever. Is like the feeling of the beat to me. That's just how I do it. So send me the link, you can email me. Or let me see something real quick. If I can view your channel from here.
Oh, man.
I just subscribe to your channel so I'll see it when you upload it. Man, excuse me. Let me see. You know, that's the one genre or one side of beats that I struggle with, the West Coast beats. I would love to make West Coast beats, but I need to work on that more. So I'm going to make some West Coast beats. Cause I want to have Nipsey Hussle on one of my beats. So I got to make some West Coast stuff. Add some horns. Well, see, I don't want to overdo it though. So that's the thing. Like with a lot of this stuff, you could overdo it by adding too much. Like somebody rap to this just like this, and they'll just want it to go like. To make some West Coast stuff, I need to go back out to California and sit at the ocean and make a beat while I'm at the ocean, man. That was a beautiful experience, just being right there at the ocean, hearing the water and stuff. I'm just starting out. I was wondering how long did it take you to get good at it? I mean, I always thought I was good. Like even when my beats were trash. Like I said, last year, I listened to some of my beats from last year. I'll say the first half of last year, talking about 2017, and I was like, I don't know what I was on. Like this is probably like I just listened to them and I'd be like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I always thought like even before that in 2015, I feel like I had a nice amount of solid work. Like I mean, when I say nice amount, I'm talking about a few hundred because I make hundreds of beats in a year. So I got a few hundred beats that I feel like are solid. Last year I feel like it was cool, but it was still a struggle because I was really pushing myself to work a lot, I feel like, and that might have been why that was going on. I was just making stuff just for making it. Now I don't even make beats every single day no more. I just be like, if I make them, I make them. If I don't, I don't. I end up throwing them up somewhere or giving them to people, and I'm like, cool, somebody released this, somebody released that one, somebody did this. I have my mind on doing other things to generate income instead of just being strictly beats. Because if you go back to last year, my main focus of, I say the 2016 to about midway through 2017, my main focus was I need to make money strictly off of beats. But I wasn't uploading beats online and nothing like that, so I was just really making beats and just sitting on them, but I would send them out and I wouldn't get anything going. And I feel like that's really because those beats just weren't where it was at. So, but now I feel like I've stepped up. But like I said, but the year before that, I feel like I was good and I had more things going the year before that. So, I mean, it's just, anyway, I'm just saying it's really, you're gonna be your hardest critic. But if you enjoy doing it, go for it. I always thought I was good, even starting out when I wasn't even good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll listen to my first beats and I'll be like, yeah, they weren't top tier. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna get no placements with them, but I would listen to them all day, playing for people. I wasn't ashamed to be like, oh, check out my beats. People would be like, oh yeah, I like this, you know? But like I said earlier, I've been doing this. This is my 10th year making beats and this is from my mental starting point. I started making beats when I was 15, going on 16, mentally. But I think prior to that, I probably was actually making beats when I was more so around 13 or 14. I just didn't take it serious. I just had FL Studio and I was just playing around. But once I actually sat down to learn it was when I was about 15. So now I'm 25 going on 26. So it's been 10 years of me just learning. You know, it's good beats in there, there's bad beats in there. It's just, I always enjoy just making beats. That's what it's all about to me. Do you think Native Instruments software is more EDM focused? Not really. I mean, I don't make EDM, but I make all my beats since 2014 have been made, or I'll say, you know, I'm just gonna start with 2014. I got my first machine in 2000. What was I gonna say? I got my first machine in 2013, in August of 2013. So I say 2014 in January, I didn't make any other beats and anything else outside the machine. And I feel like machines changed my life. It's faster to get my ideas out and everything. It's just a lot of fun. Like all this stuff, like it's just fun to me. No problem. Yeah, I'll try to make some West Coast stuff after this. Man, if I had Nipsey on the track, man, I gotta make that happen though. It's hard to find proper information and guides about machines and stuff when you live in Russia. Big thanks to you, man. Really helping me get into all this stuff. Hey, man, I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I'll comment something constructive. I'd love to hear DVS to produce something for Nipsey. I'm from the South that don't mess with too many artists from Cali, but love Nipsey and Rex Life. Yeah, Nipsey is one of my favorites right now. YG is dope too. Definitely YG is dope. I'm gonna change that. Like, this is just me getting ideas out. I'm gonna change some of these sounds around. What I'm doing is I'm basically finding different variations to make this pattern stand out, and then I switch stuff later. Say notes, you mean like the scale mode and the chords and stuff? Because that's what I use that all the time. All the time. I appreciate that, Nicole. I used to make everything in Machine and mix it, and FL tastes like the effects. But once I got Logic, it sounds like the sound quality of Logic compared to FL is way better in my opinion. So I just started using Logic for the mix. I got, like I said, I got FL Studio. I just don't use it that much. I can't use Logic to make beats though for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. Yeah, FL is easy to get your ideas down quicker. I should try to make a beat with FL, but the thing is, I'm not used to that workflow no more, man. Let me see, is it that important to have good studio monitors? It really depends. Like, I think it is because you get the full feel and sound of your beat. If you live in a space where you can turn it up, you will be able to feel, like when I say feel, I mean really feel the sound. Like with it being where it's at right now, I feel the bass, but it's not up loud. But if I go like this, I can feel it all up in here moving around. I feel it, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you hear everything clear. I mean, when I first started making beats, all I had was a laptop, headphones. Then I eventually got a Akai MK49, probably about 3 years after I started making beats. And then after that, what am I trying to say? I just used my headphones. So, and then I had a stereo actually, a surround sound stereo system, and I used to set it around and plug in my laptop into the aux. Excuse me, and I would just work off of that. And then I got my first KRK speakers, I want to say in 2013 as well. And once I did that, I just never looked back. But you know, people will say you need to get the acoustic panels and all that. But I don't mix like that. I mean, I mix my beats, but not crazy into it like that. What I end up doing is I go to I play my stuff at the studios and in the car, and if it sounds good, I just let it go. I haven't had any complaints about my mixes. Even before, like recently, I haven't had any complaints. So I just keep on working. But it's like a grown-up garage band. I mean, that could be true. MK3, I don't know, but I use Serato sample when I sample now, so my sample style is completely different now. I used to use like sample inside of the MK3, but I sample, not MK3, but just Machine in general. But now I sample inside of Serato sample, which I love. I mean, don't get it twisted, I still love Machine, but when it comes to sampling, it's just something about that Serato sample. Like the other day, I'm thinking about doing this. I had multiple chops of different Aaliyah songs and different instances of Serato sample, and like I had them all in the same key and everything. So this part of the song is this sample, this part of the song is this sample, this part of the song is this sample, this part of the song is this sample. The drums synced up to everything, and then I just was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it for whatever reason. I think I just got tired of it and deleted it. But it just made it easy for me to do that. I remember people used to make fun of FL being Fruity Loops back when I was using it. People used to do that. Let me see. I might try a West Coast beat after this beat. Like I don't really like this beat anymore, but I'm just gonna save it just because I made it. Like I get to this point sometimes just delete this stuff. I use Pro Tools with MK3. I hate Pro Tools. I hate Pro Tools with a passion. Like when I was recording myself, I was using Logic. So I might start recording myself again and use some of these beats I got sitting around. I don't know though. I have to see. I need a ghostwriter. I just saw that. So since my camera says it's low, give me 1 second. I'm gonna change it after I arrange this. All right, let me see. So all I got goes this, and we are done with this. Actually, I messed up somewhere. Let me see. Intro, hook, verse, hook. Boom. That's where it went wrong. I guess. Let me go back to this. Okay, I'm just gonna undo it. Oh shoot. What am I doing? Append. You know what? Let me undo that. I think I messed up. Yeah, I see the camera flashing. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll change it real quick. Hopefully I can change it. Hopefully we back with no problems. Dang, why I look like I'm all out of focus now? Like, what happened here? Even touch the camera like that. All right, hopefully we back. My question before I could ask it, I was told you had to know Pro Tools when in professional studio, and your experience is that true? I'm from Detroit, bro, but I live in DMV now. Are you ever out this way? No, I haven't been out to the DMV. With the Pro Tools question, I mean, a lot of that stuff is the same. I mean, it is the standard to know Pro Tools, though I will say that just because I'm not an engineer, so since I don't record people, I don't, look at Pro Tools the same, but there is some truth to that. I will say that you should know some Pro Tools. But I took a class on Pro Tools though when I was in college. But like I said, I still never really used Pro Tools, and that's strictly because I don't record people. I usually would delete this beat because I don't even like this beat no more, but I'm going to go ahead and save it. I usually would have been like, man, forget this. But I don't like this beat no more, but who knows? Maybe it'd be something. was supposed to work with DJ Mustard one day. I know that you say DJ Quick. I was just saying I was supposed to work with DJ Mustard one day. They both from the West Coast, so that's why I put that out there. I know those be the beats that catch somebody's ear, because I don't even like that beat no more. I'd have deleted that in a heartbeat. Man, so what do y'all think about IGTV? I need to find the West Coast beat I did though, because I've done them before. I'm trying to think what it was called. I cannot remember what it was called. I can't remember what it was called. Dang, man, why can't I remember what that beat was called? I know, I hear it and everything. I just don't remember what it was called. That's crazy. I ain't gonna try and find that beat no more. I don't know where it is. Let me see. Am I gonna work with Vezo since he's back? I want to. I have talked to some of his people about possibly doing something, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely want to work with him. I made a beat specifically for him. I should play it on here just to see if, I mean, if y'all know who he is, y'all can tell me if y'all think this fit. I'm about to answer the rest of these comments though. Y'all can listen to this and then let me know if y'all think this will fit him. Not on the usual side of things, but on the different side. MPC and Machine together, that's a crazy combination. I don't think it's possible to use different scenes at different tempos. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't think so. The workaround for that would be, I don't know actually. I wonder if you can automate the tempo. I don't know. I would change it in Logic. Like for stuff like that, I would do that in Logic. That's his type of beat. Yeah, man. I'm gonna send it to his manager today. Actually, let me put that. I was gonna write it down. Let me put it in my phone as my notes. Excuse me, because I don't like using my phone while I'm on the live streams and stuff. But I'm gonna put that in my notes. Let me check. What time is it? So I have it send me a reminder at 4 o'clock to send it off. Alright, back to this. That's how I be having to do. I be having to do that. I sent GT some beats probably about 2 weeks ago. He's supposed to tell me which one that he liked. Let me see. Pretty sure they hold the Battle of the Beatmaker in LA now. It used to be in Toronto, but it's blowing up. I like the idea of IGTV full-length making videos would be dope. I'll put some of those on there. It's just I will have to shoot them differently though. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Or I can edit it where it's in a small spot, like, you know, it'd be like a little square. But at the same time, I feel like it would look better if I actually took the time to what am I trying to say? It would look better if I took the time to set up the right camera angle, make sure I'm straight in the like small space, and then from there, I would it'll look better. You know what I'm saying? Like all this that you see right now was smaller, so I had to set my camera way back there. But I don't know. I may figure that out, something like that. My favorite rapper right now, I've been listening to a lot of Payroll, Nipsey. I listen to a lot of podcasts though, really honestly. Yeah, Vezzo is one of the top rappers out of Detroit. Definitely would say that. Man, this room ain't nothing like my last room that I had. And like I said, when I get my own studio, it's gonna be completely different, man. I'm putting carpet on the walls, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I was supposed to be making a West Coast beat. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the swing of it, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. I kinda wanna make another Vezzo beat. But I'll try to make a Detroit beat not Detroit beat, West Coast beat real quick. Yeah, it is popping. That's what I'm saying. I feel like making another one of those type of beats. I mean, it wasn't even a Detroit beat that I played a few seconds ago. It was just a beat, a piano beat, but I feel like it was still had that style. Like I don't even know what it was. This was before he even got out of jail. I made that beat probably 2 days ago, so it was the day before yesterday, and I think he announced that he was back yesterday. So I made the beat. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm about to make a beat for Vezzo, and then that's what I came up with. Let me make sure that's accurate, because I think it was the day before yesterday. Okay, it says it wasn't the day before yesterday. I lied. It was Saturday. So what's today? Today is Wednesday. So it's a few days ago. I don't know. It felt like it was yesterday. Sad about X. I blame fully Mayweather and Adrian Boner because they always carrying cash in Louis bags. So I bet the shooter seen the bag. I don't know if that's why. Anything is going to get you any type of attention, honestly. Like anything. Like the car, the clothes, the jewelry, you just being you, what you look like, anything will make you a target. I don't know the details of the situation. It's sad, like for real. Put some chords on. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the beats are universal. Yeah, it's a minor chord. I have to check that out. Hear what that sound like. The reason I don't put out a kit is because I use a lot of Native Instrument drums. So I feel like that. I don't even know if I can legally do that. Now that I think about it, I use like, except for like the kit I'm using, somebody gave to me, but like the snares and hi hats and all that stuff I be using is all Native Instrument drums. I add effects to them, but the basis of it is a Native Instruments drum. So I don't know if I even be allowed to do that. which Native Instrument VST is worth buying the most? I say Complete Ultimate because you get a whole bunch of stuff. Outside of that, I really don't know. I'll be mixing them up and using all of them. Contact is good because there's tons of contact libraries. That definitely comes in handy. Yeah. Let me see. Shoot, that's what I need to do. I need to start reviewing artist tracks on my channel. Be like, give me $15. I'll review your track right now. 15, 15, 15, 15. Shoot, man, I believe he making money. That's the beauty of the internet. It gives you a way to make money. Like, regardless if it's little money or big money, if you making money, it's more money than you had. So that's the beauty of it, in my opinion. In my opinion. I know I just repeated myself, but yeah. Does Machine make it easier to scroll through NI Ultimate plugins? I believe so, because all you gotta do is hit the browse and you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? I used to do live stream reviews where I would sit here and do a live stream and review everybody's music that's in there. The thing about charging people to do it is, I understand why people charge people to do it, because for one, it's very time consuming to listen to people's stuff. Like, especially if somebody send you 2 songs or you get 20 people sending you 1 song, like that could easily turn into an hour, hour and a half worth of you just sitting there listening to music, not even including you talking about like giving back your feedback. So I definitely understand why people do it, because you got to get value for the time. I just never got to ask people to pay. Like, I used to do it for free, but now if I was to do it, I'd probably say, I don't even know how much. Like, I see you say the person charged $15. I don't know if people who pay 15. Like, y'all let me know what y'all pay $15 for me to sit here and listen to your beat. And then if I do it that way, if I charge people $15, I probably wouldn't do it on the live stream. I would just do a video structured off of that. Like, if I get 5 people to pay $15 for me to listen to their beat and break it down and tell them what I think, then I would do that. But that's one thing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much other people charge to do it. I remember one guy was charging $1 to listen to people's music, but I mean, I think $1 is too low. I mean, I might do $5 or something like that, or 15. I don't know. I had to see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Don't change for a while. Wait till you get 75K subs. That makes sense. And like I said, somebody was to pay for it, I would definitely do it in the video structure. I wouldn't do it on live stream because if they not in the live stream, people may not sit back and watch the live stream. But if I listen to people's beats and put it in the video, they probably would. I'm gonna send you one of my West Coast beats to give you a concept and idea. Just let me know. Let me know and shoot me the email. My email is ddsinquiries@gmail.com if that makes sense. People pay Curtis King $50+, so I'm sure you can get people to pay 15. Dang, I didn't even know he charged that much. So wait a second. So he charged $50 a video, and them people be dang, cause I think his videos be long. So I'm a fan. I watch his stuff. And he got a bigger channel too. Though his stuff is that he doing numbers. It's not like he took off out of nowhere. I mean, he already had higher numbers, but it's not like every time he's growing, and I'm happy for him, man. He deserved it. Plan on getting to that level myself. I'm trying to get 100K subscribers just so I can get the plaque to put with my music plaques. For real. I'll probably show that plaque off more than my music plaques though. For real, I'll probably put my YouTube plaque like somewhere right here where you always see it. That's smart. You get 1,000 people to pay $25. That's $25,000. No 808 in this beat, that's just the bass. I mean, you listen to it like this. Oh no, I agree with the Drake King. I have a whole idea for that, I just didn't put it out yet. You said, do I match my 808s with the kick? I thought you was asking this one. Like, what do you mean by that? What octave do I usually play my melody in? Probably 3. This beat sound like a mess. But I feel like when I mix it, it's gonna sound good. The individual elements sound good. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have an 808 hit by itself, so that way it's not too much the same. A lot of times I have my 808s hitting without a kick. Sometimes. Just want to hear how this sounds. I feel like I know who that is. I'm gonna check though. I screenshot it so I can remember to check, but I feel like I really know who that is though. I feel like I do. I could be wrong, so I'm gonna do my research just to make sure. See, I really don't even like this beat like that. I'm still gonna save it though, but I feel like when I mix it, it's gonna be good because it's gonna be clean. This 1, 2, so that was hook, should be good to go. Let me hear it. Say that. How long I've been on a live stream? It's easier to arrange with the Machine Jam. I wouldn't say get the Machine Jam just for arranging, though, because you can do like I did and just click it on there. But if you, the Machine Jam is good for arranging. It's good for sequencing, which I don't do too much sequencing. That's why I don't use it much. But I used to use it for arranging every single day. If you mix a machine, it could definitely help you as well. Let me go ahead and say this. Export this. What's this? 167 BP. Yeah. Dang, I done made 5 beats on the live stream. 245. Yep. I just wonder how long I've been on the stream. I need to figure that out. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. No window. Creator Studio. Should I make another beat? I want to make a Detroit beat again, honestly. If I'm being honest, that's what I really want to make right now. Oh dang, it don't say how long I've been on the live stream. Hopefully I don't throw my live stream off. 2 hours and 15 minutes? That ain't bad. Yeah, those strips are good on the jam. I mean, you have one strip here and one strip there, but having multiple is good. So I just say do your research before you buy it. Like just say don't buy it just for the arranging. Just make sure you have other purposes for it. That's all. Drink King. I think DDS needs more. Chris and DDS need more exposure than what they have, and coming together could be something. Amazing like Pat Ryan or like the inspired collab. Jim is also good. Background melodies also. DDS should collab with both Pat Ryan and like the inspired. Yeah, man, Lakey inspired, man. His videos are dope. Like I was watching one of them where he was making a beat on a Ferris wheel, and I was just like, bro. I was like, bro, I need to do something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely down with collabing. I'm not one of those people that shut it down. It's just where I live. I don't really be seeing that many, people. Like around here, I walk around with my camera. And people be thinking I'm crazy. They be like, man, you walking around with that camera, you talking on camera and all that stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just the mindset here is different now. You probably do collabs through the computers and stuff like that as well. But I'm just saying, I'm someone who prefers to do the in person thing. But I mean, if you can't, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But I be walking around with my camera, holding it on the tripod. People be like, what's this guy doing? Except for when I was in downtown Ann Arbor. That's a college town because U of M is down there, and like we were walking by and these people were like, oh, he's doing YouTube, he's doing YouTube, he's doing YouTube. They got all excited and stuff. First time that ever happened here, by the way. Majority of the time I get looks like, what's this guy doing? Bro, should I buy the Mac Mini Medium or the MacBook? I mean, it depends on you. Like my everyday workstation, this is a Mac Mini under this paper and sticky notes. Excuse me. It's a Mac Mini. I love my Mac Mini. Haven't really had any issues with it. Had it for 2 years now. Had a Mac Mini prior to it. Didn't have issues. I just didn't have the money at the time and only had like $500-$600, so I bought a basic one and it worked fine. But my MacBook, I don't really make beats on it because it's not. It just can't handle everything. Because at the time I didn't have that much money when I bought it, so I didn't put enough RAM and stuff into it. Be careful in the hood with the cameras. Man, I'm careful too. Wherever I go, it ain't even just the hood. You can be anywhere and that happen, something like that happen. But I mean, I don't be going like it's all about being aware of where you going, what you doing, stuff like that. In my opinion, not saying that stuff can't happen when you anywhere else, because I believe anything can happen anywhere. But I'm just saying, like, I ain't foolish with it either. Can you explain what Mac Mini is? The Mac Mini is just like it's like a computer that's like this. It's just a Mac, and you basically just buy the computer itself. You have to get the keyboard, the mouse, and all that. This is a TV. I just use it as a monitor for my computer, so little things like that. Some people do take their Mac Minis places. I've been in a studio session where somebody had a Mac Mini or they had the iMac and they bring their screen and set it in there because everything is loaded up on there. So you can. The MacBook is just better because it has the like I'm running this live stream off my MacBook. And that's a good laptop then, man. If that's a laptop, whatever, that's a good computer. Would I ever move out of Detroit? I actually I don't live in Detroit. I'm outside of Detroit. I had thought about I was supposed to move to Atlanta at one point, and then that just didn't go through for whatever reasons. It just didn't happen. On the flip side, I'm kind of glad I didn't go to Atlanta. But then on the other side, it's like you never know what could have happened had I went to Atlanta. I don't see myself living in Atlanta just because of the traffic and stuff, and I hate traffic. But outside of, Atlanta's a great place in my opinion. But I was gonna go there to try and do the music. Then everybody else is doing music there, and I had the thought of, I'm from Michigan. Why is it that I can't just make the name for myself here in Michigan? If I got to travel, I travel. But I want to be one of those people, like when you think of Michigan, the music scene in Michigan, I want my name to be guaranteed to be a part of that conversation. Which I probably accomplished because, you had to mention Dej Loaf, and I was the person that did her first big single. So it's kind of there, but that's not, I want to have multiple of those. I don't want it to only be a one-time thing where, I had this one artist from Detroit that I worked with and she blew up. I want to have her, this artist, 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 this artist. And plus, too, if you can't, not saying, because this is kind of different. I was going to say, if you can't make a name for yourself in your home, you ain't going to be able to make it nowhere else. But I already have my name here, but I feel like I want to have more work here before I move on to somewhere else. If I move anywhere, I want to move to LA, or I don't even want to say LA, California. It's just so dang on expensive to live out there. And then having my son, I don't know if that'll be a right move until he's older. Of course, he's 5 now, so I wouldn't want to take him out there to LA not knowing nobody. It'll be like, now maybe if he's 13, 14, something like that, that's a different story. We moving to California, but a little kid, no, I wouldn't do that. Atlanta, like I said, I was planning on moving to Atlanta, but for whatever reason, I decided to stay here. Like I said, I'm kind of, it's one of the things, like, you never know what would have happened had I made that move. So it's like, could have been good, could have been bad. So either way it go, I'm here, so I'm just making the best out of it. So, our North winters, they're only thing about living up here. Yeah, the winter up here is trash, but according to what they saying about global warming and stuff, the winters are about to be bad everywhere. So I don't know, but I don't complain about it though, especially now over the internet, because it's not like I have to be somewhere. Majority, all the songs that came out that I did, I was never in the room for that stuff, except for maybe one. So like the thing that's supposed to come out within the next couple weeks that I'm a part of, I wasn't in the room for any of it. I made the beat, I did the hook with somebody else, and the beat got given to the artist through the other person. I wasn't there. I just made, like I said, I made the beat by myself, sent the beat to somebody. We recorded, we met up, recorded a hook on it. Then eventually down the line they gave it to this artist, and then that's how that went. And then now here we are some years later. That's about to happen. I wasn't in the room for that. I made the beat. I actually made the beat in this room. So it's just the way the world works now. I was gonna make a Detroit beat again. And plus, on top of that, like above all, I actually love Detroit. Like I've lived in Detroit for years, and then I moved outside of Detroit when I was, I say I was still considered a kid, and then I went back and forth every summer. Like I was back down there and all that, so you know how that go. it was like I just love the city. Like it's a beautiful place to me. Like my favorite building is the Renaissance Center downtown. Like I just love the city. Ain't no place like it. But I do have other places. I have one other place that I will move to, and that's Arizona. My dad lives in Arizona, and it's just beautiful out there when I go visit him. And it's kind of like a mini LA. It's just not as busy, and I just love that whole West Coast vibe. I love the West Coast. I love the West Coast. I love the energy of the West Coast. I love the sun of the West Coast. I love the air in the West Coast. I love being able to see the ocean in the West Coast. So that's the only place that I would go, man. Now that I think about it, that's another place I would go. The first preset was hard. Yeah, the only reason I didn't use it because it doesn't fit what I was trying to do. That would be crazy. The radiation and earthquakes are on the West Coast. My dad lived in Arizona for a while. I don't think he ever witnessed or felt the earthquake, I should say. I don't think. We've had earthquakes here though. Believe it or not, like I felt earthquakes here. Like it wasn't nothing crazy. It was like one day I remember this vividly. I had just gotten out of school, and I came home, and I don't know. I was laying on the bed or something, and this might have been when I was in college or something. So I just got home, and I'm sitting there like this, and I think I was watching TV, and my bed shook a little bit. And I looked up at the ceiling fan, and the ceiling fan was rocking some, and I was kind of like, and it was something, it was just like that. Like, if you wasn't paying attention to it, you never would have noticed it. Like, had I been walking around, I probably wouldn't even noticed it. And then the news later on was talking about how it was an earthquake at that time and all that, and I was like, that's what it was. I was probably too young to remember the one in 1997. But I believe that it happened. Yeah, a lot of people do say that. They say Atlanta is another Detroit. A lot of Detroit people live in Atlanta. But I mean, my whole reason for not going there was it was a lot. Like I had to break it down one day. I might do a video on it. I don't know. But like I said, it was just a lot trying to do that, and I was gonna do it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't at the same time. But I might do it though eventually. I was laying on the couch and fell up. That's crazy. London, Ontario. That's just on the other side of Detroit. Really? I don't know about London, but Ontario. I was thinking about coming to Canada, but I don't know what to do if I go to Canada. Like, I don't know, like, what would I do there that I couldn't do here, I guess what I'm trying to say. Just something different. I want to go to Toronto too. I'm just trying to figure out what would I do if I go to Canada. Like what should I do if I go to Canada? 50% happier. I don't know. It might be more than 50% happier. A new environment. That's one thing I love about traveling. Being in a new environment just makes me feel better. What y'all think about this beat? Appreciate it. Appreciate that, y'all. Thank you. I didn't even know all y'all were in here still. Toronto is cool. 90% of the entire Canadian population lives in southwestern Ontario. That's crazy. So, I'm gonna look at the map of Canada. That's crazy. That's accurate. That's crazy. That's not spread out at all. It's like everybody here, but it's this big old mess. I want to go to Alaska. I wonder if I can go to Alaska and sell some beats. So that means 27 million people live in that one section. That's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. my beat tape, I put out the whole project. It's on Apple Music. I put out, the whole beats. Like, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, and all that. I think what I'm going to start doing, though, low key, is I think I'm going to start just dropping my beats as singles or Apple Music and stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do, because you get streaming numbers off of that stuff, and it's a better way to bring in income. Like, when you look at, even Curtis King was saying something about that, like, man, I put up a track on SoundCloud and monetized it through BeatStars, and they had what am I trying to say? Like, I got like 1,000 plays on it, and I think they gave me like 4 cents or something like that, and I'm like, that's really nothing. That 4 cents ain't nothing. And then on top of that, like, to get 1,000 plays and then consistently keep getting 1,000 plays, you know, I was getting stuff for like 1 cent and all that, so I was like, forget that. I never really messed with SoundCloud in the first place. I just didn't really like it like that. That's why I've always been heavy on YouTube. Like, I have tons of beats on YouTube, but they're all on private, and they all have thousands of views, because once Try Me happened, I put all my stuff on private, so that way people wouldn't get what am I trying to say? Go back and steal my snippets and stuff like that. I put them all on private. But I'm getting back into the process of doing it, like the type beats. I was doing type beats in 2013, 2014 as well. So I was like, I can just start doing that again. Like, I don't really care. I wasn't making beats specifically to be like the people. It was really just marketing, like people trying to tell people that don't like it. But yeah, let me see. Little Space Ontario is pretty big. Just one of 13 provinces. Is bigger than France. We're the second biggest country after Russia. Oh wow! Like I said, I'm gonna have to look at a map. I'm just surprised that many people stay in one section of Canada. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna check it out though. I'm really gonna look at it and see. The song that's coming out, the song that going to come out with you producing is from, yeah, it's a known artist. I'm just not saying the details of it, but yeah, it's a known artist. So that should be within the next few weeks. Supposedly, sometimes stuff end up getting changed last minute and all that, but supposedly it'll be out. I'll make a video about that, and I need to do more of that. That got me into that situation, but I will definitely do a video on that. So be tuned in for that when that happens. Like I said, that's the whole story behind that is crazy. Anyway, like if I was going into detail about every single thing that happened leading up to that point, it would be a crazy video, but I'm not going to go into detail about everything, because some stuff is better kept between everybody that's, you know, involved in the situation, or how I ended up working with these people is what I'm saying is a whole crazy story. But yeah, let me get back to these comments. They say you make more money on Xbox than you do. You probably do. Like on Tidal, you make more money than you do than Apple Music and all that. But the thing is, everybody doesn't have Tidal. Like, I don't have Tidal. I have Apple Music because it's automatically on my phone. So it's like, I still rather collect something than collect little to nothing. So what I started doing was, I had so many beats that were just sitting where I would have a theme and I would put them all together and then put the beats out there, you know, remix them, change little things here and there, put them out there, sell them for $7 or $8. If people buy it, cool. If they don't, cool. If they stream it, cool. You know, some of the stuff, like Spotify is probably my lowest platforms. I still get streams weekly from my project that I put out in February on Apple Music and stuff. But on Spotify, it's like, boom, no streams, boom, no streams. Then they might say, oh, you got 5 streams, boom, no streams, no streams. But Apple Music and I want to just say Apple Music is my main one right now. So I really want to start doing that some more. Plus the artists I'm working with putting stuff out there. Look into Twitch. I actually have a Twitch account. I just like doing live streams from YouTube, but I guess I should look into doing Twitch as well, because Twitch is probably a platform that would help me even more when it comes to this streaming stuff that I do. So I may do it to build up my audience. Drake took a major L against Pusha T. Yeah, Drake had it coming. I don't even pay attention to all that stuff, man. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I don't even be getting into all of it like that. scratching the surface. Yeah, that's true. Like that gaming side of stuff is so crazy. Like that's why I don't like. I used to live stream Xbox on my YouTube channel all the time, but the thing about that was people. I only have two people watching the whole time, maybe one person watching the whole time, maybe nobody watching the whole time, you know. And they weren't really engaging, like leaving comments and stuff. So I'll just be sitting there talking to myself or talking to whoever's in the party with me. And I mean, sometimes it'd be entertaining. It just depends on who's all online and we'll just be up there having fun. I may do one tonight, but outside of that, it just became something where it's like, okay, this ain't working. But if I got on Twitch and stuck with doing that, I probably could get that going. So I'm gonna look into it again. I just have to really break down that platform like I broke down YouTube. This real quick. This can't be right. If I made 7 beats on this live stream, bro, this is crazy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 6. I don't know where 7 came from. I need to check that just to see. But hang on one second. Yeah, YouTube has become a platform for business and success and marketing. Yeah, I tell people, like when I talk to people, like I even had people when I first started doing YouTube, they'll ask me like, why was I doing it? You know, you're somebody who you already reached, you already have placements, you already had this, you already had that. Why are you interested in doing YouTube? And I was like, man, I don't know. I just wanted to do it because nobody was doing it when I wanted help with stuff, or there was no videos for me to reference, nothing like that. I wanted to be that person. And then on top of that, it's like me leaving a diary. Like my family, like after I'm long gone, whoever that is, my great grandkids, whatever, they'll be able to sit back and look and see this video right here. Hopefully YouTube's still around. If it's not around, I'm sure they have something else. And I seriously doubt these videos are just gonna disappear because people don't put too much work into it. So they'll be able to sit back and watch this and see the history. Like, oh, these beats might sound dated as I don't know what in 100 years, but they'll be like, oh, he made beats like that. Now all we do is just do this thing on our head and the music, whatever we want, come out. Who knows? But yeah, so I tell people that this is a whole business too. Like I work with Native Instruments because of YouTube. I worked with other companies like Serato because of YouTube. Who else have I worked with? Other companies, like I'm supposed to be doing a video tonight for a company. It's not a sponsored video, but you know, I got a product and I'm gonna do a video on that. So you know, opportunities to help you grow. People recognize me more from this my logo and stuff from YouTube than they do from the actual music stuff that I did. This is my most popular platform. I want to engage with people, and this is like something that I just love to do. Like it's my business. I feel like it's part of me, and yeah. Let me see. Like if there's a gamer with 2 million followers, you get him listen to you while playing and posting things. Yeah, that's the way. Like that's all a part of marketing, man. People listen to your stuff. Somebody with a whole bunch of followers. Like I know somebody who had a song. They wanted Kylie Jenner to play their song. And it was like if we get her to play this song, that's all we need. And that could really be true. For real, for real. Let me see. DDS, can you tell me? I mean, you can tell me. It's none of my business, but I'm curious as to how much people like you make on YouTube. I don't make a living off of YouTube, but I make enough money off. Here's how I put it. It's all based off of my efforts, and when I say I'm talking strictly off of videos, I'm not talking about the people buying beats because of they follow the link from YouTube or the affiliate marketing that I do, or what else is it that I do? Anyway, or the super chats or any of that. Like not even the streams. I'm talking about strictly just the videos I upload. I feel like that's all based off of how many videos I upload, because at one point when I was uploading a beat every night at midnight, I would make a few dollars off of that, per month. So if I'm putting up 30 beats a month, let's just say each one make $2, I'm making an additional $60 a month. Then with me doing videos on top of that every day, I'm bringing in extra money now. When certain I can't go into the details about how the stuff is structured, but I mean I look at it like I may make with me doing what I do now with the little videos I do. That's not every single day. That's not me throwing beats up every day. I may get 200 or something like that, which to me a month off of me just doing these videos is cool because I do these videos anyway. It pays my internet bill, pay my phone bill every month. I know that's taken care of. I don't have to worry about my internet. I gotta worry about my phone. It's taken care of right off the bat. But when you want to include the people that follow and may lease a beat from me, so I lease beats for $50. So let's say I get two people to do it. I get more than that, but let's say 2 people do it. That's 100. So there's different ways. Your affiliate marketing. If you are with Amazon affiliate marketing, you can get anywhere. You can make enough money, but I mean, I don't really make that much on there. I make probably about $50 a month doing that, but they don't send you a check till you get to 100. So the extra 50 a month, that may be me filling up my tank of gas. What else? There's other things out there to help you make money. Like I am starting to be in an affiliate program. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it, but another program that could help, and a few other things. And it's just a decent level of stuff. Like, and the only reason why I said 200 a month is because that's on a slow month. Like, I don't know why I say slow month. It's on slow times. Like, a few months back, I was getting $475, $500 a month off of YouTube, and I was burning myself out with content. And on top of that, it was the peak time of year as well. But I was really burning myself out doing that stuff. That's why I stopped doing it. It was really burning me out. I wasn't enjoying doing it, so I stopped. Like, and I didn't really need the extra. I mean, don't get me wrong. The extra 200 on top of the 200 or 300 on top of the 200 is good, but it wasn't worth me really burning myself out to make these videos every single day, to edit these beat making videos every day. It's a real tedious process that I got tired of doing. So I just backed away from it and was like, I'm not going to throw up a beat every day. If I throw up a beat, I throw up a beat. If I don't, I don't. It just became one of those things. But it's really all about your effort and your audience, your niche. If I was talking about other stuff, it would be cool. Do you get royalties? I don't know. I probably skipped some comments. I got to look back over there. Do you get royalties from album streams? Yeah, you do. It's not that much, though, because streaming don't pay you that much. Like I saw something that said 1 million streams on Tidal. I think it was $1,400. So depending on how many streams you get, and you was your negotiations and stuff. Somebody said they're a streamer. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. $200 a month is still good. I just want money coming in from more than one source. That's why I follow people like Curtis King. That's true. Having money coming in from multiple sources is good, because like, even if, like, let's say I had a job, I would have a job, I would have YouTube, I would have leasing beats, I have affiliate marketing, I still get royalties. In possible placements in the future, you get money off of that stuff, so that's still stuff coming. I have a couple sync licensing things out there, so I still throw that in royalties. So right there, and I have investments, but I'm not even going to include investments in it. I'm just so that's 6 ways I'm making money instead of just one. You know, like that's something they should teach us in school. They don't really teach us that stuff. That's something I learned on my own. Like I said, last year I was really focused on just making money off of my beats, my beats, my beats, my beats, my beats, my beats. Now I'm like, I'm like, man, forget that. If I can get all of these income streams to bring in, like, so okay, take the job away from. So I got 5 income streams. So let's say if all 5 of those bring me in, 500 a month or something like that. But I know I don't make 500 a month on YouTube. But I'm saying something else may offset that. You be making some decent money. So it's all about getting those multiple streams of income. But when you start, like I still consider myself a small YouTuber though. Like I don't consider myself to be one of the top YouTubers and stuff. I feel like I'm still small because I'm not even at 25,000 subscribers yet. I'm at 22. Last time I checked, it was at 22,600, I think. So I'm making my way up, but it's a longer thing. And like y'all said, the collaborations probably will help. So I will look into that because I be running across people pages who be having 10, 15,000 subscribers, and I never even knew they existed. And it's dope to find them. But anyway, y'all, I gotta end this live stream. I gotta make some runs and stuff. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I appreciate y'all. Have more streams coming soon. I'm out.